Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Yoga and Meditation. If you are watching through my website at the moment, if you wouldn't mind clicking on the video, that will take you to YouTube, and then just comment in the comment box your name so I know who is participating today. Thank you, Mom, for commenting. Yeah, we'll get started in about 5-6 minutes or so. Lynn Roy, welcome. Thank you. I texted Marilyn, so we'll see if she gets in here. It'll be my the triad of mothers. This class is going to be pretty easy today, so you don't really need that much to participate. If you have a meditation cushion set up like this, that's fine. You can use that. If not, maybe a few pillows to sit on, something to elevate your seat. We will be seated for most of the class today. And again, if you are tuning in just now through my website, please click on the video. That'll take you to YouTube, and then comment in the box your name so I know who is participating. It might just be Lynn and my mother today, and Angelique, and Jazz. We'll start in like 2 minutes. We'll see if anyone else shows up or tunes in. I'm not sure what you say. It says it's virtual now. I'll make this announcement maybe 1 or 2 more times. If you are tuning in through my website, please click on the video. That will take you to YouTube, and then comment in the comment box your name so I know who is participating today. All right, let's go ahead and get started. The class today, we are going to be doing a hand, wrist, foot, and ankle yoga class. So the practice comes from a practice that's designed to help with arthritis. I find that even if you don't have arthritis, we all use our hands a lot, especially typing. It's just really helpful to relieve tension in our joints. We'll begin with some breath practice, then we'll go into the hand and foot practice, and then we'll end with some meditation. So let's go ahead and find a comfortable seat. We'll just take a minute or two to settle in, find our breath, find a nice comfortable position. I'll make the announcement one more time. If you are tuning in through my website, please click on the video and then comment in the comment section on YouTube your name so I know who is participating today. Thank you to the two of you who have done that already. So for the breath practice we're going to do today, it's the same one that we did last week and the week prior to that, where we explore the 4 different sections of the breath. Right? We have the inhale, we have that pause at the top where our lungs are full. We then have our exhale, and then we have the pause at the bottom where our lungs are empty. So today we'll start with 3 counts for each of those sections. And then after you do 2, 3, 4 cycles of that, feel free to expand that if you'd like. And it doesn't have to be a 1-to-1 ratio. So it doesn't have to be 4 counts for all of those sections. Maybe you do 4 counts for your inhale and your exhale, and then only hold your breath at the bottom and top for 3 counts. So it's a little easier to expand the time on your inhale and exhale as opposed to the holding portions. So you can play around with the ratio of how long you're holding your breath. Take a moment to find your breath. Begin to bring your awareness to it. Now, on your next exhale, let all the air leave your body. And now we will inhale for 1, 2, 3. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Continue on your own count, 3 beats for each section of the breath. Something I want you to play around with as you're doing this is with each inhale, I want you to try to fill your lungs to their full capacity. So you're not just inhaling for 3, you're filling to full capacity on 3 counts. And when you exhale, see if you can push all of the air out of your body, a full exhale. 3 or 4 cycles on 3 counts. You may stay there if you wish, or if you'd like to, you can expand those counts to make each section a little bit longer. Go through 2 or 3 more cycles. And then allow your breath to return to its natural state. All right, so whenever you're ready, we're going to begin the practice. We're going to start with our right hand. And let me just move the camera a little bit closer because the movements we are going to make are going to be pretty small. All right. This class won't make you sweat. So let's go ahead and start with our pinky finger. I'm going to have my palm facing up. Wrist is slightly extended like this, okay? Pulling the... I'm going to take my left hand. I'm going to slide it down my pinky, pulling the pinky back towards my elbow. When I reach the very tip of the pinky, I'm going to hold it there and just breathe. Angelique just asked a question. She said she'd try to keep the pinky straight. As long as you're pulling down whatever your pinky needs to do, it'll probably be straight. Are you having... Your pinky should bend, yes. Yeah. Now we'll move on to the ring finger. So you slide your hand from the base. So I put it underneath my pinky like this, start at the base, slide my hand down, applying a little bit of pressure. Good. And release. Middle finger. Slide your fingers down the middle finger, pulling it back towards your elbow. Good. Release. Pointer finger. I always feel this one a little bit more than the others. Maybe I do too much pointing. Good. And release. The thumb, I'm going to point straight up. Pull it back towards your body. Good, and release. Let's go ahead and do the other hand. Start with the pinky, flex your wrist, fingers pointing down-ish. Slide your right fingers along your pinky till you get to the tip, pulling your finger back towards your elbow. One of the reasons I love this practice, besides that afterwards my joints feel really good, is that you can do it anywhere. You know, this is something you can do on a plane and people won't really look at you weird because it's very subtle. You know, so in a year or two when we're able to be on planes again, you can try it out. Okay, let's go ahead and move to the ring finger. Middle finger. Good, pointer finger. Good, release. Thumb points straight up. Hand covers the thumb, pulls it back towards the body. Good, and release. Good, and open and close your hands a little bit. Nice. So that was extension of the fingers. We're now going to do flexion of the fingers. So I'm going to keep like moving this camera closer and closer because the movements get smaller and smaller. So let's go ahead and start with our pinky. We'll start with our right hand. You have 3 joints, or 3 bones, I should say, in your pinky. So 2 joints, one here, and then actually one down here. Okay, so you have your metacarpals here and then your phalanges. You're going to start by pulling that first bone down. So the joint right here that starts where the palm of your hand is, you're going to pull the pinky down from there. Hold that for a moment. And then we're going to bend the second joint down. And then you're going to take the bottom joint, that tiny little joint at the bottom, and squeeze that. So your pinky's going to look like a cinnamon roll. All right. If you want to prop your elbow up with your leg like I just did, that can make it a little bit more comfortable. Good, and release. Next finger, pull that first joint down where the phalanges meet your metacarpals. Do it on that side so you can see. Good, second joint. And then the third joint. Good, middle finger, first joint, second joint, third joint. And apply just a little bit of compression there. Good, pointer finger, first joint, second joint, third joint. Good, release. Now the thumb, there's only two joints in there. You just pull the thumb in towards the palm and then cover it with your other hand. Create a little bit of compression. So I'm pulling and wrapping my thumb in towards my palm. Good, and release. And open, close your hand. I always feel like there's more space in my fingers after I do that. Let's go ahead and do the left hand, starting with the pinky. Pull down the first joint. Second joint. And third joint. Good. Ring finger, first joint. Second joint. Third joint. Good. Middle finger, first joint. Second joint. And third joint. I'm always curious when, like, one finger, there's a lot more sensation than the others. Like, do I use my left middle finger more than my other fingers? Why is that? Good. Pointer finger, first joint, second joint, and third joint. Good. Release. Fold the thumb in towards the palm. Other hand wraps around the thumb and compress. Good. Release. Open and close the hands. All right, moving on up into the wrist. Start with our right hand. You're going to put your right hand directly in front of you and then rotate it so the thumb points straight down. Okay, so my palm will be facing away from my body. With my left hand, I'm going to interlace my fingers in between my right hand, and I'm going to pull my wrist straight back towards my chest. Let's do that one more time. Thumb points straight down, palm away from the body. Left hand interlaces fingers with the right, and then pull the wrist straight in towards the chest. Good. Switch sides. Left hand out in front, palm faces towards the ground, then rotate the thumb so it points towards the ground. Right hand interlaces fingers with left. Pull the wrist straight in towards your chest. Good. And release. This next one, right hand, palm faces in towards your face. With your left hand, you're going to make the Spock symbol like this. You're going to put two fingers in between your thumb and your pointer, pinky and ring finger on the outside of the thumb like this. And then you're going to pull the wrist in towards your chest. So one more time. Hand, palm facing you, Spock symbol, two fingers on either side of the thumb. Your thumb of your left hand is on your pinky of your right hand. Pull in towards your chest as you twist. Try to show Angelique here how to do it too. Yeah, that looks good. Good. Let that go. We'll do one more stretch for the right wrist here. You're going to make a fist and curl your fist in towards your shoulder. You're going to flex your elbow. So I'm flexing my elbow. Think of like trying to show off your bicep and then curling your wrist in towards your shoulder. Left hand's going to go on top of your wrist, applying a little pressure down, and then you're going to slowly extend the elbow like that. Okay? Only go so far as you need to start feeling a stretch in the backside of your forearm. Good, and release. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Flex your elbow of your left arm, make a fist, curl your fist in towards your shoulder. Right hand covers the fist, and then slowly extend the elbow. Good, and release. Nice, shake your wrists out. Nice. All right, we're done with the wrists and the fingers. Now we're going to move on to the toes. I'm just going to change the angle here of the camera so you can see my feet. So we're essentially going to go through the same thing that we did for the hands, but with the toes. So we'll start with the pinky toe. I'm going to put the fingers of my right hand underneath my right pinky, and I'm going to pull that toe in towards my ankle. Okay, so pulling it in towards my ankle. Our little digits don't get that much attention, so sometimes it's nice to spend some time working with them. Good. Next little toe. This is the little piggy that stayed home. Good. Next toe. For this, I'm using my pointer and my middle finger, kind of as like a claw. If I were to touch my thumb there, it'd become a mudra if you want to keep it very yogic. Good. Next toe. If these were fingers, this would be your pointer toe. Good. And now the big toe. The big toe, you may even need to use two hands because you have a lot of muscles that are specifically insert for the big toe. It's a really, really strong part of the foot. So you may need two hands to claw it back. Good, release. Let's go ahead and move to the other foot. Starting with the pinky. Pull the pinky back. Good. Next toe. Good. Next toe. Good. Pointer toe. And then 2 hands for the big toe. Good. And release. And take that same foot. I'm going to cover all my toes of my left foot with my right hand, and I'm going to compress them down, pulling my foot into a flexed position. Okay. I can create a little counter tension by putting my left hand on the bottom of my foreleg, kind of on the base of the calf there, and pushing. Really try to compress those toes, flexing them all in towards the sole of the foot. Good. And release. Switch the other leg. Right foot. Cover all your toes with your left hand. Compress and pull the toes towards your body. If you want a little counter tension, you can put your right hand on the base of your calf. Good. And release. Go ahead and wiggle your toes out. Nice. Should be nice and loose now. All right, enough looking at my feet. Now you can look at my face again. We'll go ahead and find a nice, comfortable seated position. We'll go ahead and do some meditation now. Hopefully you enjoyed that sequence. It's one of my favorites. If ever I'm having hand, wrist, toe, or finger problems, I like to go through that sequence. And like I said, it's nice because you can really do it anywhere. It's a great one to do while watching TV, actually. Not that you should usually practice yoga while watching television, but if you're watching a show and it's 40 minutes, you can go through the whole series. So let's go ahead and find a nice, comfortable seated position. We want to make sure that we're sitting up nice and tall. Our spine is long and erect. For the arm position, the way we should find it is we should let our arms just drop by our sides, hanging loose. And then leaving the shoulders where they're at, bend the elbows and bring the hands to the thighs. You can also have your hands in your lap if you so choose. Tuck the chin slightly so that your gaze is at an angle down towards the floor. And you may either keep that focal point with your eyes, or you can close your eyes for the meditation. Begin to bring your awareness to your breath. For today's meditation, let's focus on the sensation of the breath as it fills the abdomen and the belly. If you find that during the meditation your mind begins to wander, don't worry, simply remind it to come back to the breath. It is natural for thoughts to occur. That's what our mind does. The important part is not to engage with those thoughts, just let them drift by.